I apologize for that. There was an electricity outage, and yeah, that happened. So yeah, um, we're back now though. I'm not letting that stop me. As much as I do want to play Satisfactory, I need to. I made a dedication. Let's play Minecraft. It's the Minecraft day, so I'm probably gonna have to go to sleep now.
Center, Mission Control in Baltimore in the US, and that's where the operational teams are standing by to take over the telescope operations. Once it's released from the mothership, that will be about 27 minutes after launch.
It's already been streaming for an hour.
Telescope for the rest of its life.
17 minutes till launch. So I'll tell you what happened. Hours ago, like 2 hours before their stream started, I found a video in my recommended of basically live streaming this event. Now, I was like, why would this no-name channel that makes fucking comparison videos? And by the way, if you're a channel that makes size comparison videos, you're the fucking scum of the earth. It's the lowest content denominating fucking content there is. It's super fucking lazy and super fucking repetitive. Anybody can do that and get millions of views because there's lots of fucking retarded normies who fucking watch that shit. Anyway, with that rant over, so I was like, there's no way NASA isn't streaming their own fucking rocket. Like, I looked at a thumbnail, it looked like, you know, a rocket with the NASA logo. So I was like, I looked at NASA, and lo and behold, 2 hours before the stream. So, some fucking retard was fucking streaming a thing that isn't officially going to happen until two hours, you know, from that time, and fucking a good few hundred of thousands, sorry, tens of thousands of people were actually watching that stream at a time, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you retarded or something? Why would you be watching this fucking like satellite, you know, rocket launch live stream on a no-name fucking non-official channel when the official actual thing isn't gonna happen for another 2 hours? Just like, be patient, subscribe, turn on notifications, and you'll know when the fucking thing begins. Why are you watching a stream on a retarded channel? Just read. It's like, you know, any way you interact with a video, you know, click on it, like, favorite it, share it, like it, dislike it, anything like sort of interaction with it helps the actual channel video creator. So like, why would you even, you know, click on the video of a scum person that does a fucking piece of shit thing, which is, you know, streaming something that he shouldn't be basically streaming? I mean, he can do what he wants, but like, why are you fucking giving him credit for it and watching his shit? It's literally pointless. You'll get the same shit, if not better, from watching the official broadcast. Fucking asshole.
have a green board here in the control center, and everything has gone extremely smoothly in the countdown. About 9 minutes ago, a major milestone passed as the James Webb Space Telescope began the process and completed the process of receiving commands to transition from external power to internal battery power, following the latest in the series of those weather briefings. Webb will remain on internal battery power until its singular solar array unfurls about 30 minutes after launch.
Wow.
Earlier, telescope controllers reported good environmental readings from sensors inside the fairing encapsulating the telescope atop the upper stage of the Ariane 5 rocket. And Luce, as we enter the critical phase of the countdown, can you outline some of the upcoming critical activities as we head into the phase called Synchronized Sequence?
Yes, Rob. We are now reaching the end of this 11-hour sequence that we call the chronology, and that started yesterday evening. All systems here have been prepared for the final launch operations. And at the time being, it's rather quiet now inside the launch table and also inside the launcher. We were told
She sounds like she's crying.
the launch control center here, the launcher fleets and electric systems are ready for the final automated sequence. They are on orbit now, waiting for the last weather report at minus 10 minutes. After this weather report, 3 minutes later, we will have the beginning of this famous synchronized sequence when all systems will be made ready for the liftoff. This sequence will first be run by the ground calculator, and then the onboard computer will take the lead step by step, and the launch vehicle will be made autonomous from the ground system. You know that we have 2 tanks in each cryogenic stage, upper stage and main stage. All 4 tanks are, of course, thermally insulated from the hot environment where we are here in French Guiana. However, these liquid propellants are at very low temperature, and because of that, slightly evaporate. And to ensure they are perfectly loaded at liftoff, their final loading and topping up will last up to 4 minutes before the launch. So that will be the beginning of the synchronized sequence run by the ground calculators. Then we will have on the fleet side the end of the topping up, the final loading and the topping up of the different tanks. And on the electrical side, we will have the onboard computer getting prepared for the launch also, and it will be uploaded.
God, I swear, I can't tell if she's German or French, but she fucking sounds like she's gonna cry.
Which is today at 9, beginning of the window, 9:20 local time.
Like, she's clearly not a native English speaker, and like, the accent that it affects her English, she literally sounds like she's gonna cry. It's fucking sad.
All systems to remain green.
Not sad as I'm gonna cry over it, but sad in a way that like, wow, that fucking sucks to be you, bro.
Ride to orbit from liftoff until the time that the Webb Observatory is separated from the upper stage of the Ariane 5 rocket.
Ariana Grande 5 rocket, what?
To unfurl its solar array, followed by the confirmation from the telescope controllers in Baltimore.
Oh, wow.
We are power positive, meaning that electrical current is flowing through that solar array. With
Of course.
us today, inside the so-called fishbowl, seated with mission controllers on the floor of the control room, is Raphael Chevrier of Ariane Space. Raphael, how's everything looking? What's being discussed down there?
Hi, Rob. Well, so far so good. We just received the last weather forecast. It's all green for.
Why do they all sound German or French?
What we checked was
Who the hell works at NASA? Like, honestly.
of the launch pad and
No, obviously, okay, sure, it's an international fucking foundation, organization. I don't give a fuck. Point is, what the fuck is this?
the next steps. The start of the synchronized sequence at 7 minutes before liftoff. Lab operations that Luz described earlier before Webb and the Ariane 5 are going to lift off and soar into the sky.
Thanks, Raphael. We'll be back with you and Luce here shortly. We now have confirmation from Baltimore that James Webb is on internal power. Amidst all of this activity, we cannot forget that it is Christmas Day. 53 years ago, the astronauts of Apollo 8 completed their 10th and final orbit of the moon after reading from the book of Genesis on Christmas Eve to billions of people watching with rapt attention back on our planet. The astronauts then headed for home following their spacecraft's trans-Earth injection burn. Today, more than a half-century later, we're just minutes away from another Genesis, the genesis of new era.
But didn't the Apollo guys die?
Webb Space Telescope is at hand. We're just 38 seconds away from entering the critical synchronized sequence. You're going to be hearing all the critical calls from the DDO, the Range Operations Manager, who is Jean-Luc Voyer.
Oh fuck! Oh wow, with a name like that.
Control center, there he is. He will be calling the start of synchronized sequence, all of the critical countdown milestones, and we will be listening very intently for his calls. Let's stand by.
À tous de DDO. Attention pour la séquence finale lanceur.
François,
0 moins 5 minutes.
And with that, we've entered the period of synchronized sequence.
What do you mean behavior normal? How do you change this?
A moment or two ago, explain some of the critical activities. The first one coming up just a few seconds from now, which will be the topping off of the main stage tanks. The first or core stage was loaded earlier this morning with 175 tons of propellant, 150 tons of liquid oxygen, and 25 tons of liquid hydrogen. The upper stage loaded with 15 tons of propellant. That will be the workhorse for a 16-minute burn to lift James Webb to its final orbit. At separation, some 27 minutes and 7 seconds after launch, James Webb will be at an altitude of about 864 statute miles. To put that into perspective, some 520 miles higher than the Hubble Space Telescope and more than 600 miles higher than the International Space Station. Webb at that point will be
That moment when you don't even know the things he referenced, and like you don't have a
some 1 million miles
a sense of scale. There you go.
its scientific observations.
A little more than 1 minute from now, we will see the 4 tanks pressurized at their flight level for the last tests before the ignition of the Vulcan engine. And in parallel, the electric system are also set in flight configuration. The onboard computer, the electrical power, as for the telescope, it will switch from ground to internal power 1 minute before the launch, 1 minute and 5 seconds before the launch. And we are going to see minus 6 seconds. At minus 6 seconds, we will see the disconnection of the upper stage, these big cryotechnic arms you can see on this picture. Then, 3 seconds before the H0, the inertial platform that will give all the information about where it is to the launcher will be released. And at H0, the 7-second sequence to ignite the Vulcan engine of the main stage will start. That will take 7 seconds, a little less than 7 seconds, where the engine will start up to its flight regime. Once the computer has checked that the Vulcan engine is running normally, and you will see at that point the flame going stable at the outlet of the nozzle. And at that point, the onboard computer will ignite the 2 boosters that
Activation.
to move the 770 tons of Ariane and Webb.
Coming up on the T-minus 4 minute mark right now, just a couple of milestones real quick. At the 1 minute 5 second mark in flight, Ariane 5 will go through the period of maximum dynamic pressure, max Q as it's known. That will be the period
Fucking
of aerodynamic forces on the rocket itself. The solid rocket boosters, which will provide about 90% of the initial thrust off the launch pad, will shut down and separate at the 2 minute 21 second mark into the flight, followed a minute and 5 seconds after that by fairing jettison. That will expose the James Webb Space Telescope to the environment of flight for the first time.
nah.
Stage separation, or the first stage separation, comes at the
Sector 2-1, this is Overlord. Do you copy?
second mark into the flight. a 16-minute burn of that upper stage engine. It will cut off at about 24 minutes 51 seconds into the flight.
Damn.
It will go into a coast phase of about 2.5 minutes to allow any oscillations to dampen out, provide the most pristine environment for the James Webb Telescope before observatory separation. We're coming up on the 2-minute 50-second mark into the flight. Again, you're going to be hearing critical calls down the stretch here from the DDO, or the Range Operations Manager, Jean-Luc Voyer. The weather is go. We have a green board. No issues being worked. NASA officials, including Rick Robinson on the right, carefully watching the telemetry, looking intently.
They're all working in mass. Gotta love it. Gotta love NASA.
Spent in the preparation of the James Webb Space Telescope that is about to fly.
On his side, on the left of the screen, from Iron Space.
And that is the DDO, the Range Operations Manager, Jean-Luc Voyer.
2 minutes.
We have hit the 2-minute mark in the countdown.
The flight will be in 2 phases. You will see the first part of the flight during the solid rocket boosters phase. That will be the atmospheric part of the flight, the atmospheric flight, and the trajectory will be driven by to reduce the aerodynamic loads, and then we will have a very different exo-atmospheric flight after that.
Oh, you don't say. Wow. Wowee. Wowee, guys. Wowee.
Guests moving out to the observation platform.
Swallow this load of cum.
The Jupiter Control Center as we stand by for the 1-minute call from Jean-Luc Voyer.
À tous les DO, attention pour moins 1 minute.
Get it. 60 seconds now.
À 0 moins 1 minute.
Thumbs up from Jean-Luc Voyer. All systems are go. We're inside a minute now. T-minus 50 seconds and counting.
No, right now it's 50.
Heard earlier, the Vulcan 2 engine will ignite. Turbo pumps will come up to flight speed for 7 seconds, and the command will be issued to ignite the solid rocket booster.
40.
The James Webb Space Telescope will be on its way.
30.
Minus 30 seconds and counting.
20.
Standing by for terminal count.
15.
Tous les DO, attention pour les décomptes finales. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, unité, top.
Blast off.
And we have engine start.
Décollage.
Decollage, liftoff from a tropical rainforest to the edge of time itself. James Webb begins a voyage back to the birth of the universe. Punching a hole through the clouds. 20 seconds into the flight. Good pit program reported.
Trajectoire est nominale.
Vehicle performance is nominal. The Ariane 5 rocket continues to fly uphill in nominal fashion. Rumble of the powerful Ariane 5 now being felt here in the control center.
Котлету с лапшой.
We can hear the noise and feel the vibrations. You're right, Rob. Yeah.
13 kilometers in altitude, 7 kilometers.
Yeah, almost half a mil watching. Fucking hell.
About 0.6 kilometers per second.
Et les paramètres à bord sont normaux.
The trajectory reported to be nominal by Jean-Luc Voyer, the Range Operations Manager. You can see at the bottom of your screen, the yellow line is the trajectory plot.
Damn, it's going like
Over the green
1 point something kilometers a second and rising. Holy shit, it's fast.
41 seconds into the flight, about 40 seconds shutdown of the solid rocket boosters.
You got to 1.5 kilometers a second.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark into the flight.
Two, come on. 2 a second.
Less acceleration for
Les paramètres à bord sont normaux.
everything is okay, everything is normal.
2 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight.
When the computer detects this threshold, it will separate.
Awesome.
Séparation des EAP.
We have confirmation of solid rocket booster separation from Jean-Luc Boyer. This coming at an altitude of 44 miles. The Ariane 5 and James Webb traveling almost 5,000 miles an hour.
Or basically 2 kilometers an hour.
5 seconds to go before fairing jettison. That'll be the next critical milestone.
Go, rocket, go.
The fairing is there to avoid the satellite being exposed to high temperatures.
Yeah, we know what a fairing is for. We know what a tempered fairing. We all played Cruel Space.
The atmosphere, as is now the case, the satellite does not need anymore to be protected, and Webb does not need anymore to be
Les paramètres à
protected.
bord sont normaux.
So each kilogram being very important for the performance of the launch, we are going to eject this no more useful fairing.
Break it, bitch.
And let's go down to the floor in the Jupiter Control Center to Raphael Chevrier of Arianespace. Raphael, so far so good.
Hi, Rob. So far, so good. Everything.
Boom, separate.
As we say, when attitude and trajectory of the Ariane 5 is going perfectly well. As you can see also on the video,
Bagage de la coiffe.
on the screen, we had the confirmation of the separation of the two shape boosters and now of the fairing, meaning that we have crossed the limits of the atmosphere. So everything is going
Les paramètres à
super
bord sont
good.
normaux.
And the video just said that all parameters are going perfectly smoothly. So let's continue the mission.
And Raphael, this is a view from the upper stage camera called the Vicky Cam, looking back at the James Webb Space Telescope. This is on about a 20-second delay or so because the way the imagery is processed here in the control room. There's your telescope ready to unfurl its wings, basically, and begin
Over 2.5 kilometers an hour. Holy shit.
launch point. The
A second, sorry, a
about
second.
1 million miles away from Earth.
La trajectoire est dominable.
Trajectory is nominal. The report from Jean-Luc Boyer.
It's gonna get to fucking 3 kilometers a second. Holy shit, it's fucking fast. I mean, no shit, but still.
The liftoff time confirmed here in the Mission Control Center at 12:20 Greenwich
Damn,
Mean Time,
son.
9:20 a.m.
Pilotage est calme.
Peru time, 7:20 a.m. Eastern time. The Ariane 5 and James Webb 100.
3 a second, holy
kilometers
shit.
Altitude 400.
La trajectoire est dominable.
Fuck me.
Range from the launch site here in Peru.
Political prisoner battle?
Flight control is very smooth.
5 minutes, 12 seconds into the flight. We have about 3.5 minutes to go in main stage or first stage performance. And again, you can see at the bottom of your screen the yellow plot line overlaid over the green line, meaning we are right on course, right down the pike, and a perfect trajectory so far for the Ariane 5
Les
rocket.
paramètres à bord sont normaux.
Our telemetry data are now received by the Galileo
Already 3.5 cams.
which is close to here where we are in Kourou.
Damn, son.
It will track the launcher and the ignition of its atmostage,
Pilotage calme, la propulsion est nominale.
and then we'll have the data station in Brazil, Ascension in the, as you can see on the map, in the middle of the ocean, and the two last stations in Africa.
Ah.
Libreville and Malindi, one on the east coast, the other one on the west coast. And the one on the west coast, Malindi, you can see that the satellite will be, the telescope will be separated more or less over this Malindi station. And this Malindi station will also acquire the telemetry data from the telescope. You can see both are green, Galileo and data on this animation. It means they are expected to receive the data, and it was confirmed right now by the launch operation.
I wonder where the boosters landed.
Mesure à la station du Natal au Brésil.
broadcast through the Brazilian tracking station. The telescope is also processing telemetry through the tracking and data relay satellite system. As it moves further and further out into deep space, all of the telescope's telemetry and its imagery ultimately will be processed through the Deep Space Network in Goldstone, California. We passed the 7-minute mark into the flight. A perfect ride so far on the Ariane 5. We have about 1.5 minutes to go in the first stage performance. Once the main stage engine is commanded to cut off, it will be jettisoned, and just a few seconds after that, the upper stage engine will ignite, and it will be the workhorse for a 16-minute burn that will put James Webb into its preliminary orbit. About 11 minutes from now, telescope controllers at the Space Telescope Science Institute will be sending commands to prepare James Webb for the initial series of commissioning activities that will lead to the deployment of its solar array and the initiation of generation of electrical power for the telescope. About 30 seconds away from main engine cutoff.
La trajectoire est normale.
Nominal trajectory continues to be the watchword for the day from the Range Operations Manager, Jean-Luc Boyer. Stand by for main engine shutdown and separation.
Extinction de l'EPC.
Nice.
Opération EPC.
Oh, it's going 7 kilometers an hour. Fucking hell.
Stage
7
shutdown
fucking
and
hell.
separation confirmed here in the Mission Control Center, and the ignition of that other
Démarrage
stage.
VSC.
And Raphael Chevrier down in the fishbowl. So far, so good.
Yes, we have the confirmation of the separation of the main stage and the ignition of the
Trajectoire
upper
est nominale.
stage. The trajectory is perfectly nominal. This is a very important moment for us because it's always a challenge to switch on a cryogenic engine in space condition, and we are now at 220 kilometers of altitude. Speed is a bit more than 7 kilometers per second. As we enter now the second stage of the second phase of the flight, the upper stage is going to power for
Pilotage est calme.
about 16 minutes to place Webb on its transfer orbit, and right now everything is again nominal as the video just said.
And a short time from now, the so-called Sawtooth Maneuver will get underway. Again, like rocking a baby in a cradle, this will be a maneuver to keep Webb's optics protected from overheating loose.
Exactly, like baby in a cradle. You can see here Webb attached on top of Ariane 5 upper stage with a very specific configuration. Of course, it will be different during its lifetime, but for the time being, its sun shield is folded and not yet fully protected in the observatory. A number of exhaustive studies have been performed by the mission teams in Europe, in the US, on the thermal conditioning inside the telescope and the way the rays of the sun would propagate and interact with sensitive equipment inside the telescope. Maintain this thermal conditioning is really key before separating this telescope. And in particular, we know that one face of the telescope cannot face the sun. That's why, and to produce these right thermal conditions inside the Webb, a specific roll law has been designed, what we call the Sawtooth Approach. And if you are watching carefully to these images, you can see this animation. You can see that the upper stage is going 30 degrees on one side, then 30 degrees on the other side, going back and forth this way to maintain this perfect thermal conditioning for the telescope.
It's worthwhile noting that after Webb separates from the upper stage of the Ariane 5 rocket, which continues to perform in excellent fashion, and coming up on the 12-minute mark into the flight, the telescope controllers Webs will be taking the baton, if you will, from the mission controllers here in Peru. The first steps will be the opening of fuel valves, a pair of fuel valves, to start flowing fuel to Webb's onboard thrusters. They then will power on the valve drive electronics. Those are powered on in preparation to control and fire those thrusters when required. Webb's solar array is scheduled to be deployed at approximately the 33-minute mark into the flight. Once it is locked in place, we'll get the call that electricity is flowing through the array. That call will come from the Mission Operations Manager, Carl Starr, who's at the Space Telescope Science Institute at Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. Seated right behind him in that control room is Alicia Starr, a pair of stars helping to guide James Webb on its discovery of the stars. Alicia Starr is the lead engineer for launch and ascent events. Once the solar array is deployed and declared power positive, then 3 out of the 4 hold downs for the aft deployed radiator will be released to prevent binding due to the cool down of the telescope's composite structure. The contamination control heaters will be enabled to protect instrument optics on Webb from any water ice condensation as they cool down. The actuator drive unit will be powered on. This particular mechanism helps with heater control of the fine steering gear, preventing water ice condensation, later to be used to position each of the mirror's segments. All 6 reaction wheels and the wheel drive electronics will be powered on for Webb, and that will be the precursor to the attitude control system using those reaction wheels to maintain the proper orientation with the sun, as opposed to using onboard thrusters. Of course, fuel in those thrusters, very valuable. It's a limited commodity for the lifetime of James Webb's observations of the universe. We're 13 minutes, 55 seconds into the flight. Jean-Luc Boyer, the Range Operations Manager, continues to report a nominal performance for James Webb.
Stop.
And again, Luce Fabricant from the European Space Agency, how is this trajectory being carefully and methodically adjusted to provide the correct parameters in the final stages of ascent?
Yes, Rob, as you can see on this plot, the altitude is slightly going down. It's perfectly normal. The launch vehicle is really on the line where it should be. This decrease of its altitude, slight decrease of its altitude, will allow the launcher to benefit and the upper stage to benefit of the gravity effect, and to increase its velocity until it reaches a thermal threshold. It's about to reach it, or even already reached it now, and it will go up. And now it will go up and up to the separation of the Webb telescope. It will separate the Webb telescope on a highly elliptic orbit, but still around the Earth. The satellite, the telescope will be released, inserted on the orbit around the Earth, with an apogee, a very high apogee above 1 million kilometers.
Trajectory nominal is reported by Jean-Luc Boyer. You see him in that view, 185 kilometers in altitude, some 4,500 kilometers.
It would be a shame if anything happened to it. Boom.
More than 8 kilometers per second, right on the plot, right on the trajectory, everything looking great. We are about 9 minutes away from the completion of upper stage ignition. It's shut down, and then about a 2.5 minute stage before Webb will separate. Observatory separation will be called out. We'll be hearing those calls and the initial calls from Carl Starr, the Mission Operations Manager at the Space Telescope Science Institute at Johns Hopkins, through solar array deploy at the declaration of a power-positive spacecraft. James Webb, of course, will be traveling well beyond the moon to a distance of about 1 million miles away from Earth, settling into a highly elliptical, halo-like orbit to begin its astronomical observations. And again, as we mentioned earlier, at the time of observatory separation, Webb will be in an altitude of approximately 864 miles, statute miles, traveling some 21,000 miles an hour.
Oh, be right back.
We're about 8 minutes
Les
away
paramètres à bord sont normaux.
from upper stage shutdown. The stage has performed as planned. No issues reported. The launch occurring at 12:20 Greenwich Mean Time, 9:20 Kourou time, 7:20 a.m. Eastern Time on this Christmas Day.
Я потом возьму.
Which James Webb is going towards its preliminary orbit, all modeled in advance, and carefully choreographed to maintain as quiescent an atmosphere and environment around the telescope for its ultimate separation from the upper stage of the Ariane 5 rocket, which is about 6.5 minutes from now.
Swallow the cum from now.
18.5 minutes into the flight. It's very quiet now here in the control center here in Kourou. NASA officials, European Space Agency officials, Ariane Space officials, all watching telemetry very carefully.
So many niggas. Holy shit, niggas.
And as the upper stage continues to burn nominally and sheds fuel, the acceleration uphill for the James Webb Space Telescope continues to increase as we approach the 20-minute mark into the flight. Again,
But the thing is,
cutoff is scheduled at the
swallow cum.
51-second mark into the flight, about 5.5 minutes from now.
After the cutoff of this main engine, as you said, we will have a short ballistic phase, a short coasting phase that will, when the stage will rely fully on its what we call the attitude and roll control system, and it will adjust its attitude so that
With my dick.
Small ballistic phase, all the requirements from the telescope are fully met, and that at the separation, when there will be the separation, the conditions will be very smooth and as requested for the telescope.
Le pilotage est calme, la construction est nominale.
Today's countdown was as flawless as you can imagine. The weather was perfect all the way through the early morning hours, through the fueling process of the vehicle. The weather's been a bit dicey here in Kourou over the past few days, but everything fell together on this Christmas day to send a new present to the world's astronomer. 20 minutes, 40 seconds into the flight.
Trajectoire normale, tous les paramètres à bord sont normaux.
All parameters nominal as reported by Jean-Luc Boyer, the range operations manager.
Will he swallow his cum?
Powered flight remaining.
Tonight, he will fuck his wife. Get slapped, bitch. In my pants, I have a stick. A pogo stick. Suck my dick.
Telemetry of the launch vehicle is acquired for the time being by the Libreville tracking station on the western coast of
Trajectoire est normale.
Flight control is nominal, the trajectory is normal, fully as
Take it
expected,
and
as you
ride
can
it,
see
stick.
on the plot,
Ride
with the
it.
with the yellow plot over the green one,
Blood
that is the
clot.
expected one.
22 minutes into the flight. Less than 3 minutes of powered flight remaining.
Pilotage et calme.
Smooth flight control.
And again,
Chocolate rain.
Paramètres à bord.
Chocolate rain.
reported by the range operations manager. As we've mentioned before,
Acquisition de la
this is
télévision.
a long ride uphill for the James Webb Space
It's a
Telescope.
longest ride.
Position in the sky as the
Longest ride.
from the Earth, basically, and beyond the moon towards its final orbit for its commissioning activity. Will be the dominant feature of all of the operations from the Space Telescope Science Institute over the course of the next several weeks.
And the launch operations manager announced the
What a
activation
time to be alive.
by the Malindi station as expected for the end of the flight and the last part of the upper stage flight and the separation of the telescope.
James Webb is about 4 minutes away from separating from the upper stage. And again, at that point, it will be on its own. And again, those milestones that we discussed a bit earlier in the broadcast will begin to be followed carefully by the telescope controllers at the Mission Operations Center, the MOC as it's called, at the Space Telescope Science Institute in Baltimore. One minute of powered flight remaining. Upper stage continues to function perfectly. It's been a smooth ride for the James Webb Space Telescope.
Trajectoire est nominale.
That upper stage was loaded pre-flight this morning with 15 tons of propellant for this long 16-minute burn. Now about 30 seconds away from upper stage cutoff. We're standing by for upper stage shutdown, the cutoff of the upper stage engine.
Oh! 30 minutes. No, not even close.
Extraction ESC. Les paramètres à bord sont normaux.
What if suddenly Korea launches a rocket and blows up the rocket?
Cutoff of the engine was confirmed exactly as expected. With the exactly
Come on, Korea, ICBM the bitch.
and speed and velocity. So now we have entered the coasting phase, the ballistic phase that will last for a little more than 2 minutes.
And the telescope controllers in Baltimore confirming that all of the function parameters for the James Webb Space Telescope have been loaded on board the telescope. We are expecting Webb separation at the 27-minute 7-second mark here into the flight.
Damn, son.
Just over a minute from now, Springs will gently push Webb away from the upper stage of the Ariane 5. As it moves further and further away from the upper stage, there'll be what we refer to as a collision avoidance maneuver.
Yes, Rob, exactly. The springs already will give some distancing, of course, between the two objects, between the telescope and the upper stage. And then the upper stage will leave the trajectory of the telescope and makes a special maneuver to pass the telescope and heads towards the liberation orbit and leaves the telescope on its orbit without any risk of collision and without any risk of pollution towards the telescope.
I'll be right back.
We're about 17 seconds away from web separation.
Go, bitch, go, bitch, go, bitch, go. Bam, bitch.
Gently away from its launch vehicle.
What the fuck?
Go away, go away. Yes, go away.
Ironically enough, as we marvel on this view from the upper stage camera, this will be humanity's last view of the James Webb Space Telescope as it moves to its workplace about 1 million miles away from Earth.
Yes, you're right, Rob. Impressive. Fantastic pictures. Yeah.
Now we'll be hearing shortly from the Mission Operations Manager at the Space Telescope Science Institute, Carl Starr, who will be calling out the procedures that will lead to the deployment of Webb's solar array. And down in the fishbowl where there is jubilation, let's go to Raphael Chevrier of Ariane Space.
Hotspot.
And before we do that, Raphael, a bit earlier than planned, but there is the solar array having been deployed. James Webb now has its array out as we stand by for a confirmation that it is power positive. Hey, Rob?
J'entends pas ce qu'il me dit. Il m'a appelé ou pas? Il m'a appelé ou pas? Non, il t'a pas appelé.
And there it is. There's your critical call. James Webb not only has legs, but it has power as it begins its journey and the commissioning activities to follow. And with that, let's go down to the floor in the fishbowl and Raphael Chevrier of Ariane Space.
This is it. We have witnessed the confirmation that Ariane 5 has safely delivered way into space. The upper stage is now being placed on a safe escape orbit around the sun. Honestly, I can tell you that these images are absolutely incredible, and well, it may be the end of the mission for Ariane Space, but it's only the beginning of the journey for Webb. It's now on its way to the Lagrange point.
Zero. Fucking. All right. Oh shit! I paused it.
To all the team involved in the flight, really there is no words to describe the immersion.
Names now are coming up to my mind, and really you can be proud of what was achieved on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean. Thank
Thanks a lot to you.
Tremendous jubilation here in the control center. You're looking at Jean-Luc Voyer, the range operations manager. Quite a Christmas present for the world's astronomers as the James Webb Space Telescope begins its life.
Oh, shut up.
Towards deep space.
Shut up.
With that, we're going to go back to the floor now to Katie Haswell. Katie, we did our thing. It's up to you now.
Oh my goodness, I just can't tell you, it's such utter jubilation here on the floor in the Jupiter Control Center. Everybody's been whooping with joy. The controllers here, the mission controllers jumping up, clapping, whooping with joy, people hugging. And I have to say,
This was 2 hours ago.
Bill Nelson.
The chocolate frames are doing wonders. They're basically making this faster for us. The death of the bees.
In Peru, in South America, there are the teams. The mission controllers have done a fantastic job. It was an utterly flawless launch. From the European spaceport here on the equator in the Amazon rainforest. Hoping to go over now to NASA Administrator Bill Nelson to get some reaction from him.
Yeah, react, fucking bitch.
Station 7.5 minutes. Give or take, until the sequence continues with our ADIR release part 1 and RTX configuration.
Wanker. They're fake.
Manager has been calling out the milestones throughout the flight today. And the ESA teams responsible for so much fabulous work. Great teamwork here to get the Webb telescope into space, and Webb is now heading out on its journey, on its own, with the mission controllers, the telescope mission controllers in Baltimore, following those incredibly important first actions and first operations Charlotte Besco there, who's responsible for the ESA operations here at the spaceport.
She sounds like when Family Guy made the parody about the National Geographics. Well, oh what? 4 hours of this, no break? Oh, wow. Is that right? No.
Charlotte Besco, who's been working for, I think, most of her professional life in human spaceflight, and now heading up the ESA operations here at the European spaceport.
Not only for America, for our European and Canadian partners, but it's a great day for planet Earth.
Shut up.
Thanks to the team. You all have just been incredible. And over 3 decades, you produced this telescope that is now going to take us back in time. It's a time machine. It's going to take us back to the very beginnings of the universe.
Oh, fuck off.
We are going to discover incredible things that we never imagined. And isn't that typical of this team?
What?
Where the impossible comes possible.
I love how now there's
I can't thank
fucking
you enough on
only 280,000 people watching, like 271. It's like when the rocket was launching, oh yeah, like fucking easy, 500,000. But after like everything is said and done, it's like, yeah, we don't care anymore. We were just to watch the rocket. Who cares about the fucking people behind it? I love that shit.
The flawless perfection of the vehicle. And now we have to realize there are still innumerable things that have to work, and they have to work perfectly. 344 of them. But we know that in great reward, there is great risk.
Like?
And that's what this business is all about. And that's why we dare to explore.
How dare you?
The James Webb Space Telescope is very much a part of that exploration.
Oh, I'm sure, baby.
It's significant that we had the delays, and it kept us all the way to today, Christmas Day.
Wow.
When others long ago peered up into the sky and saw stars.
Yeah.
But it's also another millennia before that a shepherd grazing his sheep would look up at the night sky. He became a poet, and he penned the words, "The heavens declare the glory of God."
What the fuck was that?
Shows his handiwork. That shepherd, that poet, became king. And those immortal words in Psalm 19 encapsulate the expressions that we have today. The handiwork of God as we peer back in time over 13 billion years ago, capture the light from the very beginning of the creation. My congratulations to the team. my congratulations to NASA, to our partners, Go James Webb
What the fuck?
Space Telescope. God bless you, and God bless planet Earth.
Oh, thank God for not saying America. Fuck you.
Back to you, Katie.
Bill Nelson, thank you very, very much for those incredibly moving words. Indeed, we're heading out to look at the first light of the universe, and Bill Nelson there, we have Stefan Israel with us from Ariane Space. Bill Nelson there being so complimentary about the partnerships, the teamwork, and thanks as well to you guys for this fantastic launch. What a day, Stefan.
Indeed, what a Christmas gift today from the Guyana Space Center. We really want to thank NASA for its trust. The administrator, Bill Nelson, we have with us Thomas Zoboron and all his team, and our first thoughts are going to NASA. It is a journey of 20 years we have made together. We have worked as hell, I would say, to make this happen, and now it's done. I want to thank as well ESA, who is formerly our contractor for this launch. We have Joseph Ashbarer with us, we have Daniel Noel-Schwender. We have worked end by end to make it happen. I want to thank CNES, Ariane 5 Design Authority, and our daily partner.
I want to check something out. Oh, I just tried to do Shift Tab.
Marianne Claire is with us. Thank you very much to Claire.
What the fuck?
For sure, I want to pay my tribute to Ariane Group, which is the prime contractor of Ariane 5, main shareholder of Ariane Space, and which has delivered the launcher up to liftoff. And doing so, I pay also my tribute to Ariane Space team. The Ariane Space team has worked all this year to make this 14th launch of the year and this very special mission. Your dedication, your professionalism has made the success of tonight. Tonight is a great step for the space journey. It is also a great step for the friendship between the United States of America, Europe and France. So thank you very much to all of us. And now I think we can take a little bit of a rest, but we are going now to leave with Webb up to its final destination, to the Lagrangian point. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Stefan. And the Director General of the European Space Agency is Joseph Ashbacher. Joseph.
Joseph.
So Merry Christmas to everyone. And we have delivered a Christmas gift today to humanity, to people, to NASA, but also to all the people in this world. Because with this James Webb Space Telescope, we are really enabling new science, new excitement, but also really rewarding all the engineering and all the effort that has gone into it. And I'm really grateful for this success. We have delivered a mission into space. It's power positive, everything is nominal, and I'm very grateful to Ariane Space and all our partners for all this work. Stefan Israel has already thanked all our partners, but let me also just very briefly recall that this was really a team effort. It was a team effort of the European team. We call it Team Europe, the European Space Agency, obviously providing the launcher with Ariane Space, with CNES, with Ariane Group, with all our partners which we have to make this possible. And I really would like to spend a minute to thank all the people involved in this. Today is Christmas. Some of them are here, have been spent weeks here in French Guyana or at the sites where they've been working. It's a special moment. I know they've made sacrifices, but it's a special moment, and really thank you from my heart. But also thank you, NASA. Bill Nelson was speaking before. Thomas Zoboron is here with his team. Fantastic cooperation, and this cooperation between NASA and European team is really exemplary. And a big, big thank you, Thomas, and your people for what you have done together with us, that you have entrusted this precious spacecraft to us, which we could deliver. And I'm so happy today, I can tell you, this is a very special moment. It's very nerve-wracking. I couldn't do launches every single day. This would not be good for my life expectancy.
Wow.
But I can tell you this was very exciting, very nerve-wracking, but really, really very successful. And thank you from my side. And congratulations, NASA. Congratulations, science community. Big science is to come, and really, really happy. Thank you from my side.
everything is nominal. It's great news for NASA, for ESA, for all of us.
I wonder if Elon Musk tweeted about this.
We've been working over the last 20 years on this incredible instrument, on this telescope, but also people who have been working on the launch. I'm thinking especially on the 500 people who have been working yesterday during Christmas Eve to prepare the launch, to prepare this successful launch.
Lounge? The way he says launch sounds like he's saying lounge.
From ESA, from NASA, from Arianespace, and from all the partners who are around. I also want to give a special thank to the French Armed Force of Guyana who made this launch possible. They were monitoring everything, and without them, nothing would be possible here on this side. So thank you very much for all of them, and thanks also to all people from Guyana who are supporting this incredible European spaceport that we have here today. Thank you very much.
So we now have a pre-recorded message from Lisa Campbell, who is the president of the Canadian Space Agency.
I am so proud to witness the highly anticipated launch of this extraordinary mission.
Wow.
Je suis très heureuse et fière de m'adresser à vous.
Oh, fuck, she's Canadian. Of course she's French.
Of international collaboration. To think of all the scientific and engineering coordination that made today's events possible. In fact, WEB is the result of close to 25 years of planning and development with our international partners. Notre participation au télescope Webb est l'aboutissement de plus de 25
She has a great fucking French accent, but I like her like standard English accent better.
Canadian excellence has helped make this flagship telescope a reality. Our participation in Webb is extremely significant. It's the largest space science project.
Can't wait for Reaper to stream today. I'm gonna tell him about this.
Le plus grand projet de science spatiale dans lequel nous avons été impliqués depuis le début de notre programme spatial. The successful launch of this groundbreaking
It's so mind-boggling that basically, you know, Canada is, are basically French people. But they speak English because they're so close to the American border. But it's basically French. Montreal. Montréal.
Take part in a mission of such enormous scientific promise. Nous sommes ravis de faire partie de cette mission extraordinaire. Canadian astronomers are excited to use Webb's data and benefit from the tremendous science opportunities offered by this one-of-a-kind observatory.
Oh, thank you.
We congratulate the fantastic team of over 10,000 people who put all their skills, ingenuity, and effort into developing the telescope for more than 2 decades.
Que venez-vous faire ici? Mes soldats, rejoignez le capitaine italien à son excellence, le baron. Il vous surround.
What part of France are you from?
Montreal.
The head of science at
Open the gate!
But it's...
What an emotional time. We're here, all of us who have been working together for so many weeks, months, and years. And more importantly, our teams are taking team images behind us.
So...
Put in front of their lives as the highest priority for so many of them to actually get this done and get it done here, working even during the holiday times. I just couldn't be more grateful to the many, whether it's CNES, the European Space Agency, all the amazing people around French Guyana, the forces that are here, all the good people that have been such great
14th and 17th century.
All of them I want to thank. You know, whenever we look at launches, they're both an ending and a beginning. They're an ending of an engineering project on the ground. And with many amazing hours and challenges that are there, but they're a beginning. They're a beginning of one of the most amazing missions that humanity has conceived. And I'm so excited to look forward to the next setup of this telescope and all the science to come. Thanks to everybody. This is what we can do when we come together, KDS-1, humans. It's just absolutely incredible.
It's wonderful. And Dr. Z, thank you very much. Massive congratulations to you all, to everybody who's involved in today. Huge congratulations from everybody here at the Guyana Space Centre, and also Our very best wishes to all the teams in Baltimore who are now monitoring those early operations of the telescope as it starts to unfold. I'm going to hand you back now to Goddard, but before I do, I just want to say from all of us here at the Guiana Space Center, Merry Christmas. Over to you, Michelle.
Thank you, Katie. I can tell you that here it feels like the dawn of a new age. Historians of the future will divide our understanding of the cosmos into eras before web and after web. Web is this milestone that marks a bold effort to look backwards in time to the mysterious origins of everything. Of course, we move at human time scales, so here's what's coming up. In the next few weeks, engineers will use critical shield to begin chilling the telescope to unimaginably cold temperatures. They'll extend the DTA, the Deployable Tower Assembly, the structure that supports the Great Golden Mirror. And then finally, they'll unfold that mirror and begin the process of fine-tuning the system for work. Through it all, we intend to bring you live coverage of all of the important events that are happening, along with expert commentary and extraordinary images from the Mission Operations Center and our own broadcast headquarters here at Webb's home.
Holy fuck. 176,000 watching.
Stay with us over the next few weeks because the adventure is just getting started. Speaking for everyone on the team, it's been a great pleasure to be with you here today. I'm Michelle Fowler, and you've been watching special live coverage of the historic launch of the James Webb Space.
What do you mean I've been watching?
Thank you for joining us.
That's it, it's over. So 177 people. $176. It's still live. 176 people, come on. People don't care about this shit. You have 15 seconds to capture attention. $164. $147. That's a lot of lost views. I'm surprised people are still fucking using the chat. It's over. There's nothing more to the stream. I don't know why it's still like up. Oh, there you go. Now it's a different stream. That's it. It's over. That's it. It's over. 135 watching. $1.5 million views. People are still in the fucking chat. Cancel this shit already. 85,000. Yeah, we're almost at the stage where we're gonna start breeding them. 30,000 people. And that's a very small amount now. Not so many players. Idiots. They're still fucking using the chat. Oh, fuck. Never mind, accidentally left the live stream. Oh well. It doesn't matter. What was I doing then? Yeah, satisfactory. Not cool, okay. We are done. Okay. 30. Nerdy. Gertie. Shirty. What? Mm-hmm. Thank you, Tom. What? Alright, 61. Now it should be good. This is the final prep one. We're getting 2, we're getting 4. Oh, no. We'll get 4 back, plus 59, and 4 is 63, so we won't get our... yeah. Okay. The chocolate frames are great because they help a lot with the breeding. They make the bees die fast, so you'll get your results fast. I think I already said that, but it doesn't matter. It also depends on their lifespan. The shorter it is, the faster the frames will work. I think also Void or Soul frames also do the same, but more powerfully. But we can't get them until we go further in Magic Bees. Farmcraft, we need to even start it. Get all that shit together. You know, all these. I remember the Oblivion frames. I think they're the ones, or the... I don't know. They all do something. There's also lots of normal frame. Okay, one more operation. We'll get 2 out, and that's perfect. Okay. Let me... We'll put those 2 there. And the drones. Okay, so now let me quickly check something out. Now we're gonna grab 1 forest princess and 1 meadows princess, 1 forest drone and 1 meadows drone. Now, I'm gonna pause the game and let's research. Hold on. Forestry frames. B frames. Okay, so the untreated, impregnated, and proven frames all give 2x times 2 production. That's all they do. Now there's also extra Bs. So the chocolate frames make 1.5 times production and do the lifespan 0.5. Healing frame give times 1.5 lifespan, which means it actually makes them last longer. It makes the production 0.70 times, so that actually makes it worse, kind of, and it also has a 0.05 mutation. Nova frame shortest lifespan to 1 cycle and changes mutation rate to 100, unobtainable except in creative mode or as an OP. Okay, cool. Resilient or restraint, whatever, shortens the lifespan to 0.75, which I guess is better than chocolate. I don't know. Times 0.75 production and area for specific K. Now the soul frame has a mutation chance of 1.5, a lifespan of 0.75 and a production of 5. So if we want a mutation rate better, we need soul frames. Now to get soul frames, it's an impregnated and soul sand. And since we want these mutations to happen, we actually want to use them. Now this will mean that it will be slower, but we will see. So let's go back home to the machine room, or actually to home, grab this wood, and now go to the machine room. So much of what happened already, much of the same we want. We need 6 frames times 8, which is 48. So we need 48. There we go. Used to, get to, need to, fuck you. Now we need soul sand. Six will do. We ran out of seed oil. Let's quickly harvest our honey queen, whatever. Okay. And the rest of these seeds, let's throw them in the seeder. It's not a seeder, but you know what I mean. Okay, still going. Now it's nighttime, so let's take a nap. And let's also throw the honeycombs into the centrifuge and see what we get out. No. Scented paneling. Fucking hell. Okay, more beeswax. More honey, very important. The cultivator is the best cultivated. I don't get what the problem is with the corners, why they don't want to put out, but oh, whatever. Oh yeah.
Over. Dagger 2-1, this is Overlord. How copy? Over.
Take this and stay down! Wait up! Tracer! 3 rounds left!
Come in, Sap-1. This is ISS Control. Houston's requesting a feed from your helmet cam, over. They want you to look over towards the dark side of the Earth. Should be cresting the horizon about 15 degrees east of the starboard PV rays. Sat-1, rotate your view a little. There it is. We're getting your feed, Sat-1. Come in, Houston. Are you getting this?
Copy that, ISS. Video feed from Sat-1 is clear.
Sat 1, keep tracking the bogey. We're looking into it. Stand by. Houston, we're not scheduled for any satellite launches today, are we? ISS Houston, stand by. We may have a problem here. Houston, this is ISS.
It's over. Come on. We still have a war to fight.
You will have to move faster than that, comrade. You will need a real weapon if you wish to kill the fascists. Look at your compass. The star on the compass shows the location of your current objective. Now, go to the storeroom and get a pistol and a rifle. Move! Vasily, get a pistol and a rifle from the storeroom.
Okay.
Don't test my patience, Vasily.
So let's soul frame up.
This is your last chance, comrade. Kill that traitor!
Oh my god, you're loud. Holy fuck.
Come over here and pick up a grenade.
These are potatoes, Comrade Commissar. Why are we using potatoes instead of real grenades?
Because real grenades are valuable. In fact, they are worth a lot more than you are.
Oh, of course, Comrade Commissar. My mistake.
Now throw a potato into each of those marked
Potatoes.
Good throw. Very good, comrade. Come over here and pick up a grenade.
These are potatoes, Comrade Commissar. Why are we using potatoes instead of real grenades?
Over here and pick up a grenade.
These are potatoes, Comrade Commissar. Instead of real grenades.
Because real grenades are valuable. In fact, they are worth a lot more than you are.
Oh, of course, Comrade Commissar. My mistake.
Now throw a potato into each of those marked target areas. Welcome to basic training, comrades. If you wish to survive, you will throw a potato into the city. If you wish to survive, you will do exactly as I say.
Gay. Okay. So we got two common drones that we know nothing about, and from these guys here. Come on, test subject. What have you got for me? This is already a good step. I don't like the fact we got a Meadows Princess, but you know, maybe it's hybrid. We'll see. If these drones are pure, then we're in business. Somewhat. Okay. So let's just see what we got here. So you got three common drones, purebred. Forest common, princess, a meadows common drone, princess, meadows forest drone, and a meadows forest drone. Okay. Now, we do have purebred common drones. However, we shouldn't use them because common and another biome bee will get a cultivated bee. We're not trying to get there yet. I want to first mass produce common and get a purebred common. So let's try for these ones. And we'll leave the pures for something else. And they only give 2 offspring, so they got the Meadows mutation, but whatever. The I'm hoping to get a pure common bred princess. Even one is good. Oh, great. We got cultivated regardless. That's bad. Meadows Forest, Forest Common. Yeah, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So, right now we finished Supreme Commander. And I don't have anything else to play. I wanted to do a Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Let's Plays on the channel. So what's gonna happen is once we get around to the game before Need for Speed is gonna be Call of Duty. Now, as you can see, it's quite tricky, the things you need to do. And back when I did this back in the day, I never used frames. I just did the bees the natural way, without frames, just the apiary, and hoping that stuff works, and yeah. There are a few trees. There's like Noble, Majestic, Imperial, and then Diligent, Unwary, Industrious. And both come from the common and cultivated hybrid. So you might get a mixed up race, which is very bad and scary. The drone is one thing, but a princess is another.
There's no training, comrade, than fighting to survive. These are potatoes, comrade commissar. Why are we using potatoes instead of real grenades? Because real grenades are valuable. In fact, they are worth a lot more than you are. Oh, of course, comrade commissar. My mistake. Now throw a potato into each of those marked target areas.
Okay. We're getting somewhere. Okay, 2 cultivated bequeath. Okay. So, cultivated common, not good. Cultivated common, bad. Common cultivated. Cultivated forest. Pure cultivated. So these are common cultivated, not good, but we're gonna try throwing them in with... I hope there's no mutation. We can already see a mutation occurring. Look at their span versus this span. Yeah, see, this one dies a lot faster than this one. Interesting. Pure cultivated. Cultivated noble, interesting. Pure cultivated, okay, good. Noble is a start, but not yet. Cultivated diligent. So these are two different ones.
Sounds like fun.
Pistols and submachine guns might be good for short range combat, but for long range targets, a rifle is better.
Okay. Give me the Gep gun.
Step up to the shooting range. Ready, comrades? Shoot those bottles and plates. Imagine that they are the enemy.
Sounds like a picture-perfect description of the NSF.
Aim down your sights, Vasily. You will be much more accurate that way.
I'm learning as I go.
Not bad, not bad. Very good, comrade. That's enough, Vasily.
Diligent, noble. It's noble, majestic, and diligent, unwary.
I'm ready, sir.
90% chance of honey.
Oops.
Good, comrade. Now come over here and bash this mannequin with your rifle.
I only wish to serve the coalition to the best of my ability.
That's enough, comrade. Come over here and pick up what you need.
What?
These are potatoes, Comrade Commissar. Why are we using potatoes instead of real grenades?
I don't understand.
Because real grenades are valuable. In fact, they are worth a lot more than you are.
Yeah? Who says?
Oh, of course, Comrade Commissar. My mistake. Now throw a potato into each of those marked target areas.
A bomb's a bad choice for close-range combat.
Good throw.
Thank you, sir.
Very good, comrade. Good throw.
Sticks and stones. What?
Comrade Commissar!
What is it?
We've got a prisoner. Come take a look.
He surrendered. He's an unarmed prisoner. UNATCO policy protects him. Carry on.
Get out of there.
I'm with UNATCO. Start talking.
Betäuben Sie mich nicht! Unsere Truppen und Comrade Commissar, he says the enemy is moving.
Yeah. They plan to unify.
And they are supported by half tracks and mobile artillery.
That's terrible.
There's a German attack forming to the southeast. They look
The
serious.
NSF aren't kidding around.
Listen, comrades. There is an armory to the east in the basement of a house.
Oh, I see why the sound is too much. I fucking blasted my headphones all the way.
Get of our debt. Remember what you have learned.
Hold on. Let's try some word association. First word. Ambrosia. The Mole people say the ambrosia came through here an hour ago. Tell me about the shipment, and I'll order the troops to pick you up as a prisoner instead of a corpse. So, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get moving. Bitch. Hundreds of millions of lives are at stake. I never thought I'd see this much action in one mission. Wish I could help.
Grab a submachine gun and make sure you reload it first. Always make sure you have a full magazine before you go into battle.
I'll go back, but won't they be ready for me? Fighting. Is it heavy?
The database is actually a lot better.
For it. I'll protect you. What is it? Tear gas. Hold on.
Hold your positions, comrades! Just a bit more!
5 seconds. 3, 1.
Alright, go! Let's go!
Let's go.
There we go.
We've got to go on. I don't see anyone waving a white flag. I've looked forward to this for a long time. He's dead. I'm going in there right now. I took a few hits this time. Nothing I can't treat myself. You're gonna burn, all right. I cleaned the place out. I'm ready. Let's move out. NSF. The world must know by now. They were once part of the Illuminati, but they rebelled. This thing's starting to give me a headache. Sticks and stones.
What is he trying to be? Who is this guy?
Just take cover. Every war is the result of a difference of opinion. You guys can relax. I am prepared to perform my duties. Don't worry, I took him out. That's a pretty big claim.
Hmm.
Welcome to basic training, comrades.
Yeah, okay, we're done. Okay, let's go to the machine room. And centrifuge these combs. Now, 90% is a high chance, but it's not 100%, so there is a slight percent that you won't get a honeycomb. A honey drop. You see? So far, it's all good. You can compare it to the amount of beeswax you have. It's not well. Okay, we got everything. These are all pure cultivated in their own way. Now, we got a diligent no. noble, majestic, imperial, diligent, noble, diligent, unwary, industrious. I want more cultivated drones, but I want to continue as well. Already it's kind of pissing me off, sort of, slightly. We'll see. Okay. So put back the mutation frames. Now, noble, cultivated, diligent goes with a pure drone. And then the pure princess with the cultivated noble. Okay, so this guy's life is shorter. Anyway. Fun fact, while the bee is dying, you can already tell what the mutation is gonna be, because if you do manage to get a mutation, it will show up in the byproducts that it makes. So.
Иди мне, пожалуйста, открой капусточку, чтобы я не
Okay, we're back. Let's see. No production so far. Yep. Now, hopefully because we're breeding cultivateds with the thingy bees, we basically guaranteed a stable mutation. Because again, if you get caught in the crossfire between noble, between the two bee branches during your common cultivated transition, you're kinda gonna get fucked. So over here we have an unknown, and in here we have the diligent. So this is the noble. This is the imperial branch. And it's gonna be the first one to greet us. We'll see what we get. If you manage to get an imperial bee, though, life is gonna be smooth, because then you can play around with genetics with the royal jelly. We're about to find out what we got here. Big reveal. Okay. All cultivated. Cultivated pure. Cultivated noble. Cultivated. So we're giving it the cultivated noble. Because we're trying to further that line. Oh, a honeycomb. Cultivated and noble is majestic. Come on, don't be shy. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna continue without analyzing, so machine room. And let's hope the 90% shine on us, because we need 3 exactly. And we already failed. Twice. Wow. So the princess we got is a pure cultivated, and I don't know which one of these is the fucked up drone. Oh, a majestic. Okay, now I'm thinking. Let's see. Now times 2 the production, that means we have a times 6, so times 6. Oh. Okay. So obviously the forest is the better production. I should have used the cultivated pures when I had the chance. I mean, I kind of still do, but nah. Okay, this time it didn't work. Cool. Now we need 1, 2, 3, 5. So let's try to get 10 honeycombs before we put them through the centrifuge, just to increase our odds. Now if we had the
Clay Entertainment. I've really enjoyed a lot of their games in the past, like Don't Starve. And this game's coming out of early access on July 30th, 2019. So if you like what you see and want to learn more, there's a link in the description. Just head on down there and clicky click. Really excited. I like Clay and I like their games, so being able to support them while they support me is pretty cool. Name the colony Intentional Disaster. That's a good backup name for my channel, actually. So we start the game with 3 colonists, or as this game calls them, duplicants. They all have strengths and weaknesses, as well as what appears to be a stress reaction. I kept re-rolling until all 3 of my people were vomiters. I'm not taking any of their interests or traits into account. I'm sure they'll just figure it out as they go along. I spent a bunch of time also trying to find Grace in this game, but she's not here, so we're just gonna go ahead and invite her ourselves. Grace is admired by all for her seemingly tireless work ethic. Little do people know she's dying on the inside. Oh, we know. We're gonna pull from the library of names I've used before, so we're gonna call this guy JC Super Stud. And we've got Chad Broski. Okay, Intentional Disaster, let's embark. Oh boy, you 3 have no idea what you're in for. Oxygen Not Included is a little bit different than a survival game. It's more like a space colony sim. I can't actually control these people. They just kind of walk around and do their own thing. We basically need to monitor all their conditions like lost children. Looking at you, Chad Broski. We're trapped underground. We need to make sure that we build a beautiful civilization where they can live. As you can see here, there's all kinds of fun stuff we should do correctly. Food, plumbing, ventilation, all the things to survive underground. We also have a bunch of like overlays and stuff to help us along. So if we click on like the oxygen overlay, besides where our folks are breathing, this little pocket here is very breathable. And that can help dictate some of our decisions, for the worst, hopefully. So the game's kind enough to let us know that the first thing we should do is build an outhouse and an oxygen diffuser. So I want these dudes to dig, so if I just... Oh yeah, you guys are excited to work, aren't you? Can I just build like a stairway out of this madness? Dig, my pretties, dig. Uh-oh, we've uncovered something. Grace, kill it. Oh, that's right, she's a pacifist. Get in there, kill that thing while Grace has to stand there and watch. Yes. Wait, why are you guys running? Oh, you're all hungry, I see. Good, nummy time, go back to work. Oh, these 2 need a bathroom. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you need a bathroom? Oh wow, bladder's at 100%. But 0 stress. Grace, you monster. Outhouse, here we go. We're gonna build this up into a space up here. I want them to live in fear knowing it's right above them. Look, I know you guys need to, you know, do your business, but just hang in there, okay? Yo, Super Stud, what are you doing there? Interesting how your bladder is now like 1%. Chad, what you doing there, buddy? Okay, well that looks perfect for a bathroom. You give ups? Go back, finish this up. And while we're at it, let's see if we can do something about the mess we've created. Yes, make a pit. Yes, drain in there. Okay, we'll just put the bathroom right there. We did it. Who wants firsties? My god, everything is covered in piss. Luckily, we can mop up liquid spills. That's the face of some truly happy people. Well, now that there's these urine bottles everywhere, what can we do with these? You know what I just realized too? There's basically no oxygen in the bathroom. Well, I guess there's no better time than worrying about oxygen than right now. So we'll just take this oxygen diffuser and... Oh, we need metal ore. Which one use metal ore? I see some copper ore. I don't know if that's the right stuff, but there's no reason not to try. Yep, that about did it. Put this oxygen diffuser right here. Ugh, power. Whoa, what's happening? The portal, it's making noise. Choose a blueprint. Oh, look at this. I can choose to bring a new person through, or just straight up calories. I mean, those nutrient bars do look pretty good, right? Give me the calories, thank you. Ta-da! Sandwich cookies are here. Yeah, suck up those nutrient bars, put them away in the thing. Perfect. I've decided the outhouse is the happening place to be. We're building everything around the outhouse. Oh my god. So while these crazies sleep, one thing I really noticed that I kind of wish I hadn't, if you click the germ overlay right here, and you kind of expect Chad here to be infected because they're literally sleeping on the outhouse. This is like one of those things, like, I'm glad we don't have a view like this for our toilets. Thankfully, they have a disinfectant gun that Chad has taken advantage of. Okay, we're running out of oxygen. Let's see if we can finally fix this problem. Power, manual generator. There we go. Now we just grab us some wire, just straight across. Can I go straight across? Okay, cool. Now we've got it connected. I know you can't breathe, but I need you to run. And this thing requires algae to run. So quickly, grab all this algae. Come on, guys, let's turn this barely breathable atmosphere into very breathable. There's like a crab creature. It went into our pee. And now it's walking around. We'll just put like a battery, like, yeah. So the oxygen diffuser's doing its thing. The battery's collecting power. This is more base than I thought I would have. I have to resist my urge to make this just one giant room. Ooh, bottle emptier. I'm just gonna put it right here. What could possibly go wrong here? Yes. Pick up all the piss water, shove it into that thing, and... Oh god, did you pop that bubble? Why? Wait a minute. Did that thing just send a bubble of urine into the... Okay. Hold on. We're gonna make this right. Oh boy, it's that time again. What do you got for me? Camille, vomiting. You're in. Hi, Camille. Sorry you have to be here. Don't mind us. We're just building a, like a piss vault. It should work as intended now. They should be able to pick up the polluted water, just put it right in there, and the bubble should keep it down. All right, perfect. Look at this super inefficient system we've made. Can I just highlight and just disinfect everything? Just disinfect it all. Disinfect each other if you can, too. Dare I say we've got this under control-ish? bitch. These psychos need a food source now. Food. What is this? Microbe musher. It's gonna put it up here because that seems both convenient and not convenient. Buildy, buildy, buildy. Ta-da. Yeah, guys, I'm intrigued by it too. How many mush bars do I want? I mean, forever, obviously. Oh, crap. We need water for this thing. Thankfully, while these jackasses chow down, we got our water source right over here. This is gonna be perfect. There we go. We got water. Yes, disinfect it forever, please. Super Stud is now adding that water over to the thing that makes mush bars, which I can only assume are power bars. Oh god, this is so weird to watch. My dudes are watching a machine poop out food. I think this machine needs more fiber. Well, you know, I actually think things are looking pretty good right now. But as you know, it's not enough to survive. You have to thrive. And that's why they're getting a wash basin. Our brand new wash basin will give you plenty of privacy. Except for the part where right above it is urine that's threatening to, you know. Oh, thank god the portal's calling again. Person, 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 arbor, acorn. We're gonna go with that because they can't starve to death or run out of oxygen. Bon appetit, guys. Can't wait to squander whatever this thing is. I just noticed over here that Grace is dead tired. Probably because they sleep on the ground. So let's give the people what they want. Put a cot there and a cot here. Actually, you know what? Let's not put that one right there. Let's put it further back. You can even see the gas in the background of a place where you can't necessarily breathe. This could be...
I know I said 10. But how much patience do you think I have after we spent most of the day playing Minecraft? Well, one failure. We still have hope. There's still hope in the pudding. There was lots of hope in that pudding. Okay, let's see here. So it's a majestic noble, so it's on the right track. Pure cultivated, cultivated noble, cultivated noble. So, what this means is we're gonna put the cultivated and cultivated noble into it. All the mutation, breed. Now, as you can see, we've lost our diligent trait, but it's okay because now we have a chance to, you know, get fucking shit out of them. But hey, if we get this majestic, I mean, it's bad that we lost the industrious trait, but if this manages to give us an imperial bee, we're fucking in business because it will give us access to royal jelly, and if we have royal jelly, we have advanced genetic machines. Of course, now the alveary is also a goal, but that requires the industrious tree. So, you know, it takes another step, but this is going to be important if we actually manage to get this. If we had a majestic noble with a noble cultivated, it should trigger a majestic. The imperial bee also gives you a regen effect, which is a good effect to have, obviously. So we'll be taking advantage of that as well. I'm gonna run the cultivated one because it has the best production. It's a fast worker. Yeah. Not the fastest. We'll get to that as well, though. You'll see. So the cool thing about the NLVRE is it has modular parts. You can have it all a straight up LVRE, but you can also make mods onto it, like frame housing, which lets you put in frames, and you can have a lot more than 3 of those per LVRE. So yeah, you betcha it's a good device, but hard to get to, sort of. It's a bit grindy. You need bees to get to it. It's not like an apiary, but an apiary is a good breeding device, so to speak. It's a starter, but it's not good. I should hope to get at least 3 combs and hope, well, or more, hopefully. I'm not continuing until I know what I got in the analyzer, and we don't have honeycombs, so keep breeding your cultivator. If these bees had fastest production, you could have just used chocolate combs to make them die faster and produce faster, but that's not the case. Well, no. I can still use chocolate, but I don't want to mess with that. I'd honestly just use chocolate to, Ooh, 2 in a row. Good one. Never mind, we're keeping this setup. So far, no regen, no royal jelly, no nothing, to be honest. But it's okay. What is it called, though? A dripping? Dripping comb? Oh. More. Nice. 5. That's already good. Nice. We just needed like what, 3, and we're getting even more. Good. We have double. Hopefully the percentages work out in our favor. Come on, die before the sunset. Nice. Die already. Wow. It's staying alive, literally. Oh, I think it has one more cycle in it. Okay, let's go to back to base. Oh, of course, I keep making that mistake. So quickly put the combs under the centrifuge and sleep the rest of the night. Once we're able to. There we go. Sleeping. Sleeping and creeping. Okay, we got lucky. Now, let's go to the bees. First, let's check on the cultivate. Okay. Still alive. Not for long, though. Perfect. Okay. So we have a majestic noble princess and a pure majestic drone and a cultivated majestic. So we're gonna try and breed the the majestic noble with the majestic, and I hope to God we get imperial. If not, we'll go back to the drawing board with the cultivated noble, because that's a better trade-off than because if I get a purebred majestic, I'm also fucked because I need a noble bee. So noble is the start. Also, no dripping combs yet, but I guess it's to be expected. I'm using soul frames, but still. The dripping combs are actually also very useful because you get 100% honeydew, which can be also used in debializer. So, and then you have a small percent chance to get the normal honey. So, you get almost twice for your efforts. Nice. Okay. Oh God. Okay guys, I gotta go. So, see ya. We'll continue next time.